Russia has just delivered a message that could change the future of the Ukraine war. After accusing Kyiv of a drone attack, Moscow says it will now take a much tougher position in any talks with Ukraine. The big question is, are peace negotiations now at risk? According to the Kremlin, Russian air defense systems intercepted several drones that were allegedly launched from Ukraine and aimed at sensitive locations inside Russia. Russian officials say this was not an isolated incident, but a deliberate move at a critical moment when diplomatic discussions were already fragile. Because of this, Moscow has announced that it will harden its negotiating stance. In practical terms, this usually means fewer compromises, stronger demands, and a more difficult path toward any ceasefire or peace agreement. Ukraine has not confirmed these claims. Kyiv has previously rejected similar accusations, calling them misinformation and political pressure tactics. This leaves two very different narratives on the table with no immediate verification from independent sources. This development is especially important because of its timing. Any escalation now sends a signal, not only to Ukraine, but also to the United States and European and allies who have been pushing for diplomatic solutions. As tensions rise, the risk is that dialogue becomes harder, trust erodes further, and the conflict could drag on even longer. Ukraine has strongly rejected Russia's claims, calling them completely false and a way to justify a harder negotiating stance. Kyiv insists it remains committed to diplomatic solutions, but this recent accusation has added tension to already fragile talks. The United States and other Western allies are closely monitoring the situation. Officials have expressed concern that this escalation could derail ongoing efforts to negotiate a ceasefire or secure meaningful agreements. Any misstep now could prolong the war and increase humanitarian risks. Experts say Russia's tougher stance could also be a signal to the international community that Moscow will not easily compromise and may link diplomatic progress to its own strategic objectives. Meanwhile, Ukraine is under pressure to respond carefully, balancing defense and diplomacy. For viewers, the key takeaway is clear. The war is entering a phase where every action, accusation, and statement matters, and peace talks may be harder to achieve than ever. If you want to stay fully updated on this and other breaking developments, make sure to subscribe to Global Power Talks. We will keep you informed with accurate, timely news and analysis as events unfold.